Tonight, the Cowichan Valley Regional District says a temporary dike near the worst hit area in Duncan should prevent further flooding. And in the midst of the cleanup come the questions. How did this happen? Could it be prevented? The levees were built in the Duncan area after flooding in the early 1970s to keep this from happening again. And some wonder if recent development may have contributed. A News reporter Eric Thompson was there today. He joins us with that part of the story. Eric.
Hudson, the Cowichan Valley Regional District says there are several factors to blame, including a month's worth of rain falling in 1 week, combined with melting snow and a high tide in Cowichan Bay.
This lake just off Tzouhalem Road south of Duncan is actually a field. It's part of a floodplain system designed to keep water from spilling into neighborhoods around the Cowichan Valley. A levee system built in the 1960s was installed as added insurance. The Cowichan Valley Regional District says the levee system didn't fail, but it was a combination of factors, including heavy rain and melting snow, that led to Friday's severe flooding.
Think of it as Somenos Creek, which flows into Cowichan River, which flows into Cowichan Bay. Somenos Creek started reversing direction, if you want. It was backing up. Tzouhalem Road forms part of the dike, but the water, once it got to the top of the bridge and onto the road, you're now talking about a road that's got this level surface. So the water started going to the west, and then of course it finds the low point, which happened to be that Beverly Heather Street area, and that's where the water went.
The mayor of North Cowichan says new development in Duncan, including this sports field near the hardest hit neighborhood, did not contribute to the flooding.
This water didn't come from those subdivisions. This water did not come from the sports field. This water came from the mountains around Lake Cowichan and all the mountains around here. And it's known as a rain on snow event, fairly unique.
This is the playing field outside Alexander Elementary School in Duncan. It's an example of the mess caused by all this flooding. The Cowichan Valley Regional District says temporary levees that have been put in place should prevent any further flooding.
That temporary dike that stopped the water, that took 2.5, 3 hours to construct. And while it's put out a lot of people, not being able to use that road, the dike's there. So if the water does come up, it's there, and you can add to it. So not worried at all. We're just being prepared in case the weather changes.
In addition to a temporary levee, several pumps are on standby. But the Cowichan Valley Regional District and emergency officials say they don't expect a repeat of last week's so-called perfect storm.
Hudson, North Cowichan's mayor says Friday's flooding is an example of what he calls Mother Nature on a rampage. Tom Walker says the levees in Duncan just couldn't take this type of storm. He also says emergency officials and volunteers responded quickly and managed to contain the flood within about 24 hours.
Well, let's hope for the best as we move into another week. Eric, thank you.
You're welcome.